Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing some exciting stuff. We are contouring our face. We are restructuring our face. That's right, giving ourselves a new bone structure. That's right. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't contour ever. Never tried to do some of the stuff, but we gonna see what happens. So stay tuned, stick around for the ride. So let's just get straight into it. Because I am. So I took the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, just dab that on my face, prime my face, get it all ready to go. And then I took the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation. This is a new one for me. I am liking it so far. I am in the shade 125 Nude Beige. And I'm using this It Cosmetics brush, Airbrush Full Coverage Complexion brush. I got it for Christmas this year. My mom gave it to me. I really like it. It's a really good foundation brush to get it done real quick, real smooth, real nice. It's supposed to have like collagen or something in it too as well. I really don't know how that works, especially like after you've washed it a few times, but whatever. I'll take all the skin benefits that I can get. So as you can see, I'm just patting this on my face and really blending the foundation into my skin to give myself a really smooth finish. And then I'm going in with a damp Real Techniques sponge and just, again, patting it into my skin, trying to make sure we real smooth. Now it's time for a little action here. So with my Shape Tape in the shade Deep, yeah. Okay, so I'm putting that right above where my cheekbones are. So what happens like when you blend, I don't want to blend it too far down because that defeats the whole purpose of lifting your cheekbones, you know? So my cheekbones are pretty high and pretty defined, so I put it just a tiny bit above, and then I'm going around my jawline just to really define that baby up. And I'm putting it on my forehead here. My forehead's pretty big. I didn't even realize that until this, but you know, it's cool. I'm into it. So just putting a little on my forehead, and now I'm trying to contour my nose. I've never tried to do this. It's not great. First time contour over here, but putting it underneath my nose to try and shorten it a little bit, down the sides of the face, a little bit underneath my lip to make it appear a little fuller. So yeah, so when you're contouring, you use the darker shades obviously as shadows to create shadows and make those parts of your face kind of disappear and go back a little bit. And then when you're highlighting, which we'll do after this, those are the parts that you want to bring forward. So those are the basics. And this color is kind of warm, so it's kind of it's nice, it's like a nice bronzing effect here. So that's nice because I'm pretty pale. What's important here, and obviously I'm just using my sponge to blend this baby out. So what's important here with the hairline, you want to kind of push it into your hairline a little bit because you don't want it just to stop. You don't want there to just be a line by your hairline. It's not a good look. One thing so I'm taking the Mario Badescu Rose Water. What is this? It's a facial mist. I really like it. It's facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. I'm just spraying that on my face and my sponge because, the Shape Tape, it's really good. However, for contouring, you gotta contour one part at a time because this stuff dries down kind of quick. So it's giving me a little hard time blending out. But for the purposes of this video, I wanted to show my whole face with the brown jazz on me. So, however, that's a future tip. Either use cream contour for that, like a stick, or in a palette, which I do not own because, like I said, don't really contour. Or just do one section at a time. So I was using that to kind of loosen up and help it blend a little better. Now I'm using this, I think it's an eyeshadow brush or a concealer brush technically. It's from an Eco Tool set that I've had forever, but I really like it. It's a little stiff brush. But I'm just trying to very, very gently and lightly blend whatever I did to my nose. So yeah, my nose is a very interesting shape. Love it, you know, it's me, I own it. It is what it is. But it's definitely not straight. It's definitely not short. It's definitely not a nice nose to work with on the contour side. So it was kind of a challenge, and I don't really think it turns out the best, but you know, it's okay, we go for it, it's all right. So then I am getting into the highlighting section. So I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape, and this is in the shade Light Sand. So it's a little lighter. This is like a highlighting shade. My concealing shade is like light medium sand, I think. So obviously making like a little upside down triangle underneath the eyes, a little by my smile lines, because I always get dark under there for some reason. And then a little on my forehead, a little on my chin, and then right underneath the contour we made on my cheeks, because that's really going to clean up that contour. It's really going to make, when you put the light against the dark, creates a really big contrast, so it really makes it stand out even more. Just the color wheel for you, you know. I'm just using my sponge and my finger to kind of blend that together. Honestly, the finger probably would have been a good move for my nose the whole time, because it just, the warmth kind of helps the product sink in a little better and loosen up a little bit to blend a little easier. Again, Shape Tape's a really good product. It really hides things well, and it stays really well. It kind of sets itself. It's a good product. I'm a huge fan. I was like not on the boat for a while, because I was like, I don't want to spend that much money on a concealer, because I have these other concealers that work pretty dang well. But then I tried it and was like, okay, I get it now. This stuff's really good. So here we are. We on the boat, on the bandwagon. So I took the highlight shade to the sides of my nose as well, because you're kind of eliminating the shadow on your nose, if that makes sense. Because if you have the shadow, it's going to make it look a little bigger. You just want to kind of create that shape. And if you have a hard time finding your cheekbones ever, make that little kissy, you know, the little fishy face, and just go from there. So now I'm taking this Coty Airspun powder. This is like $4 or something like that on Amazon. Something pretty cheap. So, and it's a really good powder. Just a basic translucent powder. So I'm just going over where I highlighted, essentially. And going pretty heavy. Not like heavy, but like kind of baking. So just letting that powder sink in, making sure to really get like the little crevices off my nose, because that's the worst when that part gets a little cakey. And I get pretty oily on my forehead, so we going in for that, baby. Now I'm taking this e.l.f. contour palette. I've had this for quite a while, so I don't even know if they make it anymore. But anyway, we're going to take the darkest shade, and we're going to take it, we're going to place it on my cheeks, where I put the contour shade, the darker Shape Tape shade. And we're using this MUA Professional Pressed Powder Brush. I think it's 019. Yeah, whatever. Okay. But I really like it. It was super cheap, but it's a really good brush for contouring, because it's the shape of it. It's very, very dense, so it makes very precise lines. So I kind of like just to stamp it in and then very lightly kind of blend it out a little bit. So yeah, just going around all the areas that I put the oh yeah, girl, I'm feeling myself. Yeah, snatched. Yeah, and then just like ever so lightly blending with whatever's left on the brush, because usually by the time I stamp my cheeks in, there's not a huge amount left on the brush, so it's not like I'm going crazy with this dense, not very fluffy blending brush to go in with my forehead. And then I went and took that same Eco Tools brush and tried to do my nose. It does not look good. But, you know, we trying, we learning. Maybe she got sunburnt, like, let her go. So here I'm trying to clean up that mess with some more powder on the side of my nose to kind of make it appear a little more straight. But, you know, sometimes they just aren't straight. That's okay. Ooh, okay. So I love this blush. This is a new blush I got. It's from ColourPop. It is the Belle blush. Can't remember what the shade name is. I'll put it in the comment section, but it's really pretty. It's lovely. The packaging is to die for. I love Disney and I love Belle, so it's great. And I'm just using the Real Techniques cheek brush. This brush is so nice. The shape of it is perfect for your cheeks. You just very, very lightly just like stamp it in a little bit, pat it in, and then you can blend it a tiny bit. So it's great. And then to wipe off that powder that I was baking with, I'm using this IT Cosmetics brush. And it's the Unstoppable Powder Brush. Ooh, and then I am going ahead and highlighting with this Becca highlighter in the shade Opal. So pretty. Becca makes really good highlighters. And I'm doing that with this Real Techniques angled highlighter brush. Just a simple highlighting brush. Gets the job done. It's not like huge, which I like, so. Ooh, one note about the Becca highlighters though, I've noticed they're not like too travel friendly, even though I have like several of the small travel ones, you know. They break quite easily because they're such a soft formulation, because it really blends into your face. But just a note, so be aware, pad them a little extra. And then I just took some NYX Butter Gloss. This stuff smells so good. And it's just like a nice thick kind of, like adds a little tint, you know, just a little tint. And it's in the shade Glazy Days. And here's the finished look, guys. So we have reconstructed my face. I've never seen my cheeks pop so much. Oh girl, who is she? That's right. That's right, I'm feeling myself. But anyway, thank you so much for listening and watching, and hope you give it a try. Love to see it. So thank you, and please come again. Enjoy the eye looks and other shenanigans. Thanks, bye-bye.